Welcome back, everybody, to Grand Tactician, the Civil War. I'm Grumpy Grandpa Gaming, and this is episode 25 of our Confederate Spring of 62 campaign, version 1.11, using the A.O.M Mod. So in the last episode, we did see the Battle of 2nd Louisville, which was a little bit of a weird one with a Federal Corps appearing in our rear. Never quite figured out how they did that. But we did see off the threat with the 1st Corps of the Army of Michigan being seen off the 1st Corps of the Army of West Virginia and Morgan's command. One of the corps did retreat down south, and we have lost track of it, but we will reacquire them. I'm not looking to move Army of East Tennessee anytime soon, as they've already moved into winter quarters, and I'd rather let them sit. The only other two things we got going on right now, three things actually, is I'm sending 4th Corps, they're now back up in the green to full supply, to just outside of Rolla to re-engage Fort Wyman. Once again, every time I think my phone's on silent, it's not. So we're going to send them down to about this location, build another supply depot, since they did burn down the one that was in town before he goes to besiege Fort Wyman. On top of that, we have the ongoing siege of Fort Donelson, with the 2nd Corps of the Army of Mississippi taking care of that, and that is heavily in our favor. And the ongoing siege at Fortress Monroe, which I thought would have been complete already, but is still moving in our favor. So we're able to keep the right-wing supplies that are able to keep it under siege for as long as necessary. The only thing I really do see coming up, if there will be a battle this episode, will actually be back here at St. Louis. Because the Army of the Ohio, which kind of got stuck up here, is growing in strength. They're now 26,000 men, going up to 29,000. So this command was knocked down to like 3,000 men. Now the Federals are dumping all their troops into it. The only problem is Army of the West, which is Corps under the Army of the Trans-Miss, is only just getting back into the yellow. So we're having a hard time keeping their readiness up, but they'll be ready enough to fight a defensive battle if necessary, hopefully. One more thing here. I did have Mr. White wanted me to check on his soldiers, and I think they're in the Army of the Miss. I wanted to see what the stats on his commander are. I remember exactly where I placed them. There we go. Armored Trans-Miss. Yale County Rifles. Richard Whitewood. Right now he's at 7 command stars and going up with 1 level of fame. So, he hasn't gone up too much. He's still with the same starting stats, but it looks like they are improving slowly, judging by these green arrows. So he's not up for a division command anytime soon. But he'll get there eventually. And these guys really have too good on the way of stats. Why is Ransom in charge? I will leave that as for now. Alright, I think that covers everything for the start of this video. So, it's October 16th. I'm hoping to make it to the end of the month, but we know how the AI is. It's probably not going to happen. So, I'll be back with the next major event. So, it's now October 21st, and 1st Corps Army of the Michigan has come on back again to St. Louis, which is, not St. Louis, Louisville, which is a little surprising to me. They're coming at us with just under 5,000 infantry and 16 guns to my 18,300 infantry, 2,300 cavalry, and 12 guns. Looks like Morgan's command was supposed to join them, but they're just outside of the combat radius. And right now they have 2,200 men and 25 guns, so they really wouldn't have added much in any way. So, kind of halfway tempted to auto-resolve this, but we always know how those end up. Not very good. So we're going to take this fight. And it shouldn't take too long. I think the longest part will actually just be finding them on the map. So I'll be back after the load screen. Welcome to 3rd Louisville. More of a skirmish than anything, but we do have the defensive back here down at Mrs. Stewart's farm, but we had basically the whole map to set up on, and their forces are literally right here. So I'm going to make this as straightforward as possible. I'm immediately sending, let's detach these guns, H.R. Jackson's division in to engage them, as they are the most well-armed brigade, and they should easily rip it down. They have that brigade of Sharps rifles. And the other 2 brigades are armed with Springfield muskets, but that's basically what this entire corps is made up of, as good weapons have not made it to them yet. So I'm going to play here and start pushing it in. Or I should just let them come at us. Or are they going to withdraw? That brigade's getting ready to break. We're pushing in. I'm not going to hold you all here. I'll come back once the troops are in contact. Alright, our troops are now in initial contact, so this really shouldn't take too long. Got the Sharps rifles going to work. They got the Corps commander, which I believe is Lewis Hunt, under a size only 1 brigade and a battery. And the 2 brigades are coming in on this one, which is already getting ready to break, so that shouldn't take too long. Then we'll sweep in on the rest of them. And this brigade's getting ready to break now, too. There goes that brigade. Time to finish this one off. I don't know what the AI was thinking by sending these guys here. There's that brigade before the other brigade even gets involved. Now just time to finish off the artillery. And they are retreating. Let's get these guns. Now I'm going to let them flee with the artillery. It looks like they might be Napoleons. I need Napoleons. Speed this up a little bit. Come on, get me those guns. There we go. Alright, let's speed this up. That's all she wrote. Said this was a skirmish. This fight shouldn't have never happened. So I'm not even going to go over the paperwork for this one, but took out 300 or 5,100 infantry, got all 15 of their guns. Total loss of 350 or 5,500 men. We lost 3 men. There's nothing else to say to that. 101 to odds on that. 100 of theirs for every one of ours. I mean, come on. They should have never even brought that fight on. Actually, you know what? Let's go and see if we got any of their officers. What am I doing? We wounded Hunt. Yep. Well, we wounded Hunt. Didn't need to do that, as he's probably not the best officer in the world, and that probably helps the Union by giving him space to promote somebody who's good at the job. So, I'm not really going to monologue on this one. Like I said, this fight should have never happened. So, looks like we might have caught ourselves some artillery there. So, I'll be back once the newspaper comes up. Alright, victory at 3rd Louisville. So the enemies reportedly suffered total casualties of 324 men. There are 55 killed and 161 captured. Our casualties total 3 men with 1 killed. We have captured 103 rifles and 6 guns from the battlefield and sent 158 soldiers down to prison camps. And on top of wounding Hunt, we also, I recall General Bartlett, if I saw the name, was one of their division commanders, so he's actually been defamed now also. So we're taking a heavy toll on the Union Officer Corps. So we'll get this one rolled off and keep this episode rolling along. And I'll see you all at the next event, which might be Morgan's Command, which is coming up right now. You coming in for a fight? Nope, there you go. Alright. Like I said, I'll be back. And looks like the Union is competing with the Battles of Bangor for a new crown on most battles fought. They are now returning to Louisville again, this time with the Army of the Tennessee, which is part of the Department of Mississippi, under command of, I believe this is Steedman? It is. James Steedman. So they're coming at us with 19,277 infantry, 609 cavalry, 23 guns. My numbers haven't changed since the last fight. We only lost 3 men in that one. They've probably been replaced already, as it's about 10 days later. So obviously we're taking this fight. So I'll be back after the load screen. Welcome to the 4th Battle of Louisville. And this one actually will be a good battle. So once again, we are defending. We actually have this point right back here. Outside the Jordan Farm. What's the name of the point? Jordan's Ford Road is the defense point. We actually had a good chunk of the map to deploy on. Probably more than we should have had, to be honest with you. And when I started moving up to look to defend the river crossings, there were the Federals right here. So, obviously we're going to fight them over here at the river. So I do have Jackson's brigade at this crossing point right here. The units aren't fully in position. I got to move them up a little better. Okay, with the Stewart's Cavalry Division covering this crossing here. Maxie Gregg's division on the other side of the river right here. And Cable's division up at this crossing point here. So what I'm hoping for is they're either going to Magpie over at the Jackson's division, which will leave them open to a flank and rear attack from Gregg and Cable, and also Stewart coming around this way. Or they're going to head towards Gregg's division, which still leaves them open to flank attacks from H.R. Jackson and Cable. So either way, cause they have to attack. They can't just sit there. So either way, we should be able to pincer this corps down and do some serious damage to it. So let's hit play here and see what happens. And it's 5 a.m., so we got all day. So it looks like the AI is going to figure out what it's doing. I don't know why their morale so low in the cavalry. I think what Cable's division wasn't do so hot either. Lee's brigade's not doing so hot either. Alright. So. Alright. We'll let this cook up a little bit. And I'll be back. Well, it looks like they might be heading out towards Maxie Gregg. That works for me. So let's put you on counter battery orders. Or they might be coming up this crossing point up here. Let's shift Daniel's brigade over here, just in case. So, I won't hold you all here. I'll bring you all back once we figure out what the AI is up to. So we actually haven't gone too far. It's only 5:19, and it looks like the AI is going to push at several points at the same time. So Reynolds' brigade, once I got him up the defense line, started engaging with his sharps. So we caught this brigade and this cavalry brigade here. But it looks like they are going to be pushing up to this crossing point here along the road. So I do have Daniel's brigade and Lee's brigade on their way to go cover that. Now moving to 13th Mormons just over to cover the railroad bridge. But once they commit, if this is where they commit to, I'll be able to move Greg's division up on their flank. Keep these forces locked down here, and I'm getting ready to move the cavalry division. They should be mounted up now, yes. Start moving them around the federal right and rear. Cavalry's broken. This brigade's about to go. I didn't even check their morale. Yeah, their morale's not good. Yeah, their morale's only at 37. They should have not made this attack. Ooh, we're getting counter battery the hell out of. Only 10 losses, but still. This is not a counter battery. They are close support. What are you firing at? You're firing at that battery. I'm not doing too many casualties. We'll get that cleared up. Alright, looks like we're going to have a little lull in the fighting here, so I'll be back. Alright, it's 5:55, and it looks like the Federals are fully committing up to this crossing point here. So I'm abandoning this bridge. I'm moving the entirety of Cable's division over to this crossing point to cover it. And I do have Maxey's Greg division receiving orders to move up to the railroad cut. So once they start attacking, I can hit this force, flank and rear, which is my original plan. They do still have some forces here, not much. It looks like all their artillery. And every time their brigades come in range of Reynolds, he is just ripping them down. And look at that pile of bluebellies along the riverbank there. So, looks like we kind of stopped receiving some counter battery fires. They switched their guns over to firing at my infantry. I do have the cavalry division moving up now through the woods. Looks like there's one lone brigade sitting back here that we're going to go take care of with them. I'm questioning whether I should send Ledbetter's brigade across to try and neutralize this artillery, but it might be more than he can handle. Are these guys actually going to attempt the bridge? Really? Here comes the 1st Brigade. I didn't order these guys at double time, did I? No. Not in range of crossing, but if anybody gets across, they'll be able to hit them. Actually, where you at? Moving up. Very good. We should be able to do some significant damage here. Stevenson's about to get his first perk here. And it looks like they noticed Maxey's division, so they're moving off in that direction. There we go. Looks like they're moving the artillery that way now, too. So, let's get you moving on up, see if we can't lock them in place. Starting to wish I hadn't sent the cavalry around that way, as they are moving away from me now. So we can't push forward and hit them. These are both detachments. Yeah. It doesn't look like they're really trying to push across over here. They're in range, shoot them. Yeah, they're not even trying to push across right now. Fourteenth Brigade. Almost thought that said 14th Brooklyn, which would have been cool. These guys are in range of the Sharps over there. Damn. Oof. Bad day for them. The lost side of that brigade. Keep pushing across. You got them inside again. They might be in range of the Sharps. Looks like the 13th Mormon's about to get their first perk. There you boys are. And they are in range of the Sharps. Barton, come up there and start hitting them. Same with you, Grandpa. Range, come out this way. I'm going to try and lock down this artillery before they get into the fight. Probably not necessary, though. Start moving them across. And let's detach you. We're not going to have you follow. Daniel's brigade just got their first perk too. Very good. That detachment. Let's finish these boys off over here and move on down the road. It's an interesting fight. It's kind of all over the place right now. We're kind of ripping them apart on the line of march. Either way, this was not going to go well for the Union. I'll rip down that artillery first before they do some damage. And coming through the woods really slowed these guys down. You know what? Don't lock that brigade down while we catch up to them. Everybody's going to be perking up on this episode, possibly. There they go, in retreat. And let's plus up these casualties. At 13%, we're not going to get them up to the 22 that we need. Oh well. We're going to start moving at double. With the double, go lock these boys down. Probably a fool's errand, but let's see if we can't get the cavalry out here. Capture some of these guys, see if we can't get their weapons. We need more than mixed cavalry weapons. That's really hindering us in Forest Corps. And we've broken everybody but the artillery, it seems like. Told you guys move it to double. Get up there and get those guns. Damn, Augustans don't have much in the way of range on them. There we go. Wipe out that battery. Don't get the Cavender artillery. And only 1 minute left. We're not plussing up the casualties any more than this. That's all she wrote. I do not understand why the AI likes to magpie in with very low morale. It's not understandable. But we took out 2,800 of their 19,000 infantry, 30 of their 600 cavalry. I wish we could have gotten more of it because we need those weapons bad for our cavalry. Got 15 of their 30 guns, but a total loss of 3,000 of their 20,000 men. We lost 602 of our infantry, one of our guns, for a total loss of 618 of our 20,974 men. So another barely one-sided battle. About 5-1 on the casualties. Not the 100-1 that we had in the last fight, but still pretty damn good. Yeah, let's go take a look at the paperwork. Right. That we do. 1st Division. Oh, why am I looking at Army of the Tennessee? Alright. Cavalry Division didn't fight. Gregg's Division. Barton's Brigade did 20 to infantry. Took 1 prisoner from the artillery for a total of 21. Raines Brigade did 129 to infantry. 17 to artillery for a total of 146. My grunts did 35 to artillery. So we just never able to... Gregg's division just never caught up with them for the most part as we were trying to make it way through the woods. Cable's division. So 13th Mormons. No, that's not the 13th Mormon. 13th Mormon should be on the 2nd line, I think. So whichever brigade that is did 502 to infantry. 13th Mormons did 279 to infantry. Lee's brigade did 123 to infantry. Division total 904. Jackson's brigade, Reynolds did all the work here. Look at that. 1,275 casualties to infantry, 7 to cavalry, 47 artillery for a total of 1,329. Ledbetter's did 23 to infantry. Stevenson's brigade did 342 to infantry, 18 artillery for a total of 360. And Smith's artillery did 28 to infantry, 25 to cavalry, 73 to artillery for a total of 126. Division total 1,838. So they did the lion's share of the work. Alright, let's take a look at federal officers. We didn't lose anybody. Alright, Steedman made it out. Major Boughton of the Illinois Light Artillery got hit. Anybody else? Colonel Kautz And that's it. So, we got 3 of their officers. Nobody big, though. And they're all just wounded. Let's get closed out of here. So, I didn't even look at the morale to start with, but I do believe with the way I did set up my defense, which was, I was kind of always prepping for an attack with the defense set up. I don't think the AI would have stood a chance. Once it committed to one location, that was kind of it. So, really, I don't have much to say about this fight. I'm going to say that AI should have never taken it. Should have never sent the force in. You know, should have just let them sit in winter quarter and rebuild. But, once again, let me know what you all think. I've gotten some very good replies in the last few episodes on the tactics I've been using. So, I definitely want to hear more of it. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Alright, victory at 4th Louisville. So the enemies reportedly suffered total casualties of 2,973 men. There are 450 killed and 534 captured. Our casualties total 618 men with 124 killed, 78 missing, and the rest are wounded. We have captured 1,144 rifles and 6 guns from the battlefield and sent 529 enemy soldiers down to our prison camps. And it looks like we caused Colonel Peabody to lose face. I think that might be the Cavalry Brigade commander, as he's the first unit to break. Alright, we're not going to roll this one off. Actually, yes, you know what we are. It's October 31st, so we're going to end the episode here once the day flips over so I can open up with the November monthlies. There we go. That battle did not last long. I don't even think we made it to 8 o'clock in the morning. I don't think we made it to 7. Go away, just like everybody else. Go away. So, overnight. Alright, it's now November 1st, so we will end the episode here. Rehabilitated. Harrison, don't give a crap. You're not getting another command, buddy. Alright. So, if you're a new viewer, returning viewer, if you're not yet subscribed, please think about hitting that subscribe button. If you do, remember to hit that bell icon so that the next video comes out. Like a brigade of one of my armies, please let me know in the comments below. Type of unit, state it's from, weapons, uniforms, officers, and I'll oblige on all counts if possible. Once again, comments. As always, please do keep them coming. And I'll see you all at the next episode. Stay grumpy.